Welcome to Science for Sleep. Tonight, we're exploring a quiet question that reaches far back into human history, long before recorded language, before cities, before written memory. How ancient sounds still shape our sleep today. Right now, as you listen, your brain is responding to sound in ways that were shaped tens of thousands of years ago. The rhythm of breathing, the cadence of a voice, the subtle pauses between words, all of these tap into systems far older than modern science. Long before humans understood neurons or waves or frequencies, sound was already guiding when we felt safe enough to rest, and when we stayed awake to survive. To understand sleep, we first need to understand sound as our ancestors experienced it. Imagine the world before electricity. No engines. No artificial hum. No constant mechanical noise filling the background. Night was not silent, but it was alive in a very different way. Wind moved through grass. Insects created steady rhythmic patterns. Distant water flowed with a consistency that barely changed. Fire crackled softly, never rushing, never abrupt unless disturbed. These sounds were not random. Over thousands of nights, the human nervous system learned what they meant. A steady sound meant continuity. It meant the world was behaving normally. No sudden changes meant no immediate threat. And when the brain detects predictability, it allows the body to lower its guard. Sleep could happen. This is one of the most important ideas in sleep science. The brain does not sleep when it feels tired. It sleeps when it feels safe. Ancient humans slept lightly by modern standards, but they slept deeply in cycles. Their sleep was shaped by the soundscape around them. Sudden silence could be dangerous. Sudden noise could mean a predator. But steady, familiar sound patterns signaled that the environment was stable. Over time, the human brain became extremely good at decoding sound while asleep. Even now, your brain continues to monitor sound while you sleep. It filters familiar noises and reacts instantly to unfamiliar ones. A baby crying can wake a parent immediately, while traffic noise fades into the background. This is not learned behavior. It is inherited wiring. And it began with ancient sounds. One of the oldest and most powerful sound patterns is rhythm. Before music existed as an art form, rhythm existed as biology. Heartbeats, footsteps, breathing, waves hitting a shoreline. These repeating patterns taught the nervous system what regularity feels like. When rhythm is slow and consistent, the brain begins to synchronize with it. Neurons start firing in patterns that match the external tempo. This process is called neural entrainment, and it is one of the reasons why certain sounds make us feel calm without us knowing why. Ancient drumming is often associated with rituals and trance states, but long before that, rhythm was a way to regulate the body. Slow, repetitive beats could guide breathing. They could lower heart rate. They could prepare the mind for rest or for altered states of awareness that resemble deep sleep. Some anthropologists believe early humans used low rhythmic sounds near sleeping areas intentionally, not as music but as a stabilizing background. A gentle auditory boundary that masked unpredictable noises and created a sense of continuity through the night. This is remarkably similar to how modern humans use white noise today. White noise, rain sounds, fan hums, these are not modern inventions in function, only in form. They recreate the acoustic conditions of ancient environments. A steady auditory field that reduces sudden contrast. Your brain does not relax because the sound is pleasant. It relaxes because the sound is predictable. Another ancient sound that shaped sleep is the human voice. Long before stories were written down, they were spoken. Spoken slowly. Repeated often. Passed from one generation to the next. The cadence of storytelling was not accidental. It evolved. A calm, steady voice signaled safety. It meant someone was awake and watching. It meant you were not alone. It meant danger was less likely to approach unnoticed. This is why even today many people fall asleep more easily while listening to someone speak softly. Podcasts, audiobooks, gentle explanations. The content matters less than the delivery. The brain associates calm speech with protection. There is also evidence that early humans synchronized sleep patterns within groups using sound. Subtle cues like breathing rhythms, movement, and vocalizations helped groups maintain staggered sleep cycles, increasing survival. Some individuals slept lightly while others rested more deeply. Sound was the glue that connected these cycles. And your brain still carries that memory. Even the sounds we find unsettling today often trace back to ancient meaning. Low-frequency rumbles can trigger unease because they resemble distant storms or large animals. Sudden high-pitched sounds activate alarm systems because they resemble distress calls. Sleep is not the absence of awareness. It is a carefully regulated state where awareness shifts inward, while external monitoring remains active at a low level. Sound is the bridge between those two states. As civilizations developed, new sounds entered the night. Bells, chants, instruments. Many were intentionally designed to mark time, signal safety, or guide communal rest. Monasteries used chanting not only for worship, but for regulating sleep and wake cycles. The steady harmonic structure of chants created a predictable auditory environment that supported deep rest. Even architecture began to shape sound. Stone walls, enclosed spaces, and communal sleeping areas changed how sound traveled, further influencing sleep patterns. Some researchers believe that the reason certain frequencies feel soothing today is because they closely match the acoustic properties of ancient shelters. Caves, forest clearings, early dwellings. The way sound reflected and softened in those spaces trained the auditory system to associate those frequencies with rest. There are also more speculative ideas. Some theories suggest that ancient humans may have been more sensitive to natural electromagnetic and acoustic resonances, such as the low-frequency vibrations produced by the Earth itself. These natural resonances remain present today, though they are often masked by artificial noise. A few researchers propose that deep sleep states may align with these environmental frequencies, creating a subtle synchronization between biological rhythms and planetary ones. While this remains controversial, it highlights how deeply sound, vibration, and sleep are intertwined. Even myths and conspiracies around ancient sound technologies often circle back to sleep and consciousness. Stories of lost harmonic knowledge, ancient tuning systems, and sound-based healing appear in cultures across the world. While many claims are exaggerated, the core idea remains grounded in truth. Sound powerfully affects the nervous system. Modern science is only beginning to catch up. Brain imaging shows that slow, repetitive sounds can enhance slow-wave sleep. Certain frequencies can increase sleep spindle activity, which is linked to memory consolidation. Sound can influence not just whether we sleep, but how deeply we sleep and how restorative that sleep becomes. And all of it connects back to ancient nights under unfamiliar skies, listening for patterns that meant survival. This is not nostalgia. It is biology. Your brain tonight is still listening the way it always has. To ancient humans, silence was never neutral. It could mean peace or it could mean danger. A forest that suddenly went quiet often signaled the presence of a predator. Birds stopped calling. Insects paused. The background sound of life vanished. Because of this, the human brain learned to treat absolute silence with caution. This is one of the reasons many people today find it difficult to sleep in perfectly silent environments. The mind begins to search for information. It scans for threats. It fills the void with internal noise. Ancient sleep rarely happened in silence. There was always something. Wind, leaves, fire, breath. Even the subtle sounds of others sleeping nearby. Modern silence, created by insulated walls and controlled environments, is historically new. And for some nervous systems, it feels unnatural. This is where the concept of safe noise emerges. Safe noise is sound that confirms the world is continuing normally. It does not demand attention. It does not change suddenly. It allows the brain to let go of vigilance. Rain is a perfect example. Rainfall produces a broad range of frequencies, layered in a consistent pattern. No single drop matters. Together they form a sonic blanket. Across cultures, rain has been associated with rest, shelter, and renewal. Sleeping during rain meant predators were less active. Human scents were masked. Fire stayed contained. The brain remembers this even if we don't consciously know it. Water in general has always been one of the most powerful sleep-shaping sounds. Rivers, waves, streams. These sounds are dynamic but predictable. They vary slightly, enough to prevent boredom, but not enough to cause alarm. This balance is crucial. If a sound is too repetitive, the brain may become alert, searching for change. If it's too chaotic, the brain stays vigilant. The sweet spot lies in controlled randomness, something nature perfected long before humans understood it. Fire is another ancient influence. The sound of fire is unique. It crackles unpredictably, yet within a narrow range. Each pop is small. No single sound is threatening. Together they signal warmth, light, and protection. Some sleep researchers believe that fire sounds trigger a subtle social response in the brain. Fire meant community. It meant people nearby. It meant shared vigilance. Even now, recordings of fireplaces consistently rank among the most effective sleep sounds. Then there is the human body itself. Breathing. Long before lullabies there was breathing. Infants fall asleep to the sound of a caregiver's breath. Slow, rhythmic, unbroken. This sound teaches the nervous system how to regulate itself. Adults unconsciously respond to breathing sounds as well. When you hear slow breathing, your own breath often follows. Heart rate adjusts. Muscle tension softens. This is not learned behavior. It is mirror biology. Ancient groups slept close together. Breathing patterns synchronized. Heart rhythms aligned. This collective regulation made deeper rest possible in dangerous environments. Some scientists suggest that group sleep may have been one of the earliest forms of social bonding. Not through interaction, but through shared physiology. Sound was the medium. As humans developed language, the voice became more than communication. It became regulation. Soft speech before sleep likely evolved naturally. Loud voices signaled urgency. Soft voices signaled safety. A low, even tone meant nothing needed immediate action. This is why certain storytelling styles feel calming regardless of content. The voice tells the nervous system what to do before the words do. Over time, cultures encoded sleep guidance into ritual sound. Evening prayers, night chants, repetitive phrases. These weren't just spiritual practices. They were neurological tools. Repetition reduces cognitive load. Familiar words require less processing. Meaning fades into rhythm. The brain drifts. Some theories suggest that ancient humans may have intentionally used low-frequency vocalizations to influence sleep depth. Humming, chanting, and toning produce vibrations that can be felt in the chest and skull. These vibrations may stimulate the vagus nerve, which plays a central role in relaxation. Modern research supports parts of this. Certain vocal frequencies increase parasympathetic nervous system activity, shifting the body into rest mode. In other words, ancient people may have been tuning their nervous systems with sound. There are also more speculative ideas. Some researchers propose that early humans were more attuned to infrasonic and ultrasonic frequencies present in natural environments. These frequencies are below and above conscious hearing but still affect the body. Large weather systems, ocean waves, and even the Earth itself produce low-frequency vibrations. While evidence is limited, it's possible that ancient nervous systems were shaped by these subtle cues, influencing sleep cycles and emotional regulation. Modern life largely disconnects us from these signals. Instead, we are surrounded by artificial noise. Irregular, high-frequency, abrupt, engines, alerts, mechanical rhythms that never existed in nature. The brain struggles to categorize these sounds. It cannot easily label them as safe or dangerous, so it stays alert. This may be one reason sleep disorders have increased so dramatically in modern societies. It's not just stress, it's sensory mismatch. The nervous system evolved for one soundscape and now lives in another. Yet the old pathways remain. When we recreate ancient sound environments, even artificially, the brain responds as if nothing has changed. It softens, lets go, remembers. And tonight, as you listen, those ancient systems are active again. Not because you're trying to relax, but because your biology knows how. Long before written history, before mathematics or astronomy or recorded time, humans learned something profound without naming it. Sound could change the mind. The earliest musical instruments were not made for entertainment. They were made for influence. Bone flutes, hollow logs, stretched skins, stones struck together. These were tools for shaping attention, emotion, and awareness. And one of their most consistent uses was preparing the body for rest. Early music was slow, repetitive, limited in range. It mirrored the rhythms of the body and the environment. Fast, complex music came later, when humans no longer depended on immediate environmental awareness for survival. For ancient humans, night was not a time for stimulation. It was a time for transition. Music helped guide that transition. There is evidence that early instruments were tuned to natural resonances. Hollow bones produced tones that echoed cave acoustics. Drums matched the tempo of a resting heart. Flutes followed breath rather than melody. These sounds did not demand attention. They held it gently. Archaeologists have found instruments in burial sites, suggesting sound played a role not just in sleep, but in death rituals, a final transition. Sleep and death have always been neurologically linked. Both involve surrender. Both involve trust in a process beyond conscious control. Ancient cultures often described sleep as a journey, a crossing, a descent. Sound was the guide. Myths across civilizations speak of songs that bring sleep, spells that quiet the mind, voices that lead consciousness into other realms. While modern language frames these as stories, they likely reflect lived experience. Sound altered perception. One recurring idea appears again and again in ancient texts and oral traditions, that the universe itself is musical. From the concept of the music of the spheres in ancient Greece, to cosmic chants in Vedic traditions, to indigenous beliefs that the world sings itself into being, humans have long sensed a connection between sound and reality. Some philosophers believed that everything vibrates, and that harmony and sound reflected harmony in the cosmos. When sound aligned with natural order, the mind felt at ease. Modern physics now tells us that vibration underlies matter itself. At the smallest scales, particles behave like oscillations. Energy moves in waves. Frequency is fundamental. While this doesn't mean the universe is literally singing in a way we can hear, it does suggest that our ancestors may have intuitively grasped something real. Sleep, at its deepest levels, is a state of synchronization. Brain waves slow. Neurons fire in coordinated patterns. The mind moves from fragmented thought to unified rhythm. Sound can help guide that shift. One of the most fascinating discoveries in sleep science is the role of slow-wave sleep. This stage is characterized by large, synchronized brain waves. It's when the body repairs itself, memories consolidate, and emotional processing occurs. Certain sounds, played at precise intervals, can enhance slow-wave activity. This technique, called auditory stimulation, is now being studied as a treatment for insomnia and cognitive decline. In other words, modern science is rediscovering what ancient humans practiced intuitively. They didn't know about neurons or frequencies. They listened. There are also theories that ancient sleep rituals were designed to create shared dream states. Communal chanting before sleep may have synchronized brain rhythms across a group, increasing the likelihood of similar dream patterns. This idea is controversial but intriguing. Dream-sharing myths appear in many cultures. Shamans described entering dream realms together. Elders spoke of receiving knowledge in sleep. Whether literal or symbolic, these traditions highlight the central role of sound in guiding inner experience. As societies became more complex, sleep sounds became structured. Lullabies emerged. These simple songs appear in every known culture. Their melodies are strikingly similar across continents. Slow tempo, repetition, narrow pitch range. This suggests a biological blueprint. Lullabies work even when sung in unfamiliar languages. Infants respond to the structure, not the meaning. The nervous system recognizes the pattern. Adults are not so different. As industrialization progressed, ancient soundscapes began to disappear. Natural rhythms were replaced by clocks, factories, artificial light. Night shifted from rest to productivity. Sleep became compressed, fragmented. The body struggled to adapt. Today we try to recreate what was lost. Nature recordings, ambient music, binaural beats, sleep podcasts. These are not trends. They are returns. Some researchers even suggest that modern anxiety is partially driven by acoustic overload. The brain evolved to process limited sound information. Constant alerts and irregular noise keep the nervous system in a low-grade state of readiness. Sleep becomes shallow. But when sound is softened, patterned, and familiar, the body remembers another way of being. Not intellectually, physiologically. As you listen now, your brain is doing what it has done for tens of thousands of years. Monitoring rhythm, detecting safety, gradually releasing effort. You don't need to force anything. Sound is doing the work. In the modern era, scientists began asking a question that ancient humans never needed to ask. Why does sound affect sleep so deeply? The first clues came from early neuroscience. Researchers noticed that the brain does not simply react to sound as information. It reacts to sound as structure. Patterns of sound influence patterns of neural activity. Rhythm influences timing. Frequency influences arousal. This realization changed everything. Electroencephalogram recordings revealed that the brain naturally oscillates in different states. Wakefulness, light sleep, deep sleep, dreaming. Each corresponds to a distinct pattern of electrical activity. These patterns are not random. They are rhythmic. When external sound matches or gently nudges these rhythms, the brain often follows. This phenomenon is known as entrainment. It's not hypnosis. It's not control. It's synchronization. Ancient humans never named this process, but they lived inside it. Modern experiments have shown that soft, slow auditory pulses timed to the brain's natural slow-wave rhythm can deepen sleep without waking the listener. The sound becomes part of the brain's own activity. In some cases, memory retention improves. Emotional regulation stabilizes. People wake feeling more restored. This has led to renewed interest in ancient sound practices. Some researchers have revisited historical tuning systems, such as those based on natural ratios rather than modern standardized pitch. These systems produce harmonics that feel less tense, less sharp. While claims about specific healing frequencies are often exaggerated, there is evidence that harmonic simplicity reduces cognitive strain. The brain processes simple ratios more easily. Ancient music favored these ratios. Then there are the more controversial theories. Some believe that ancient civilizations possessed advanced acoustic knowledge that has since been lost. Structures like stone circles, temples, and underground chambers often have remarkable acoustic properties. Certain tones resonate strongly within them. Sound behaves differently inside these spaces. Skeptics argue this is coincidence or architectural necessity. Others suggest intentional design. Experiments in some ancient sites show that specific frequencies can induce altered states of awareness, including deep calm and dissociation. Whether this was understood scientifically or discovered through experience is unknown. What is known is that sound and space interact powerfully. Even today, people sleep differently in different rooms, even when conditions seem identical. Acoustics matter more than we realize. There are also theories about infrasound, frequencies below conscious hearing, influencing sleep and emotion. Large natural events generate infrasound. Storms, earthquakes, ocean waves. Some researchers suspect these vibrations subtly affect human physiology. Changes in mood, sleep depth, and dream vividness have been reported in correlation with atmospheric pressure changes. While causation is difficult to prove, the idea aligns with ancient beliefs that sleep is connected to the rhythms of the earth. Modern urban environments largely block these signals. Instead, we live in a world filled with artificial frequency patterns that never existed during human evolution. Wi-Fi, engines, electronics. While there is little evidence that these directly harm sleep through sound alone, the overall sensory load may contribute to nervous system fatigue. Ancient soundscapes were sparse. Modern ones are dense. This difference matters. Sleep, at its core, is a process of letting go. Letting go of vigilance. Letting go of analysis. Letting go of control. Sound can either support that process or resist it. Ancient humans did not have sleep aids. They had environments. When those environments were aligned with biology, sleep came naturally. Today we try to recreate alignment intentionally. Some sleep scientists now argue that the future of sleep improvement lies not in medication, but in sensory design. Light, temperature, sound. Not louder, not more complex, but closer to what shaped us. As you listen now, you're not just hearing information. Your nervous system is interpreting cadence, tone, and timing. It's deciding moment by moment whether it can release tension. This process is automatic. You don't need to understand it. Your ancestors didn't. They trusted the night sounds, and their brains passed that trust on to you. In recent years, sleep researchers, designers, and neuroscientists have begun circling back to a simple realization. We didn't forget how to sleep. We changed the world faster than our biology could adapt. Modern sleep culture often treats rest as a problem to be solved, something to optimize or fix. But for most of human history, sleep was not engineered. It emerged naturally from alignment with environment, routine, and sound. Technology disrupted that alignment, but it may also help restore it. The key is intention. When sound is used thoughtfully, it can act as a bridge between ancient biology and modern life. Instead of overwhelming the nervous system, it can guide it gently back toward states it already knows. This is why simple sound environments often work better than complex ones. A steady rainfall recording, a low distant ocean, a calm human voice explaining something without urgency. The brain does not need stimulation to rest. It needs permission. One of the most interesting shifts in sleep science is the move away from silence. Researchers now recognize that silence is not inherently ideal. For many people, it increases mental activity. The mind fills the void. Ancient nights were never silent. They were predictable. Predictability is safety. Predictability is sleep. Modern sound tools that succeed do so because they reduce uncertainty. They mask sudden noise. They create continuity. They reassure the nervous system that nothing requires immediate action. This is especially important for people living in dense environments, where unexpected sounds are common. Sirens, doors, voices, mechanical shifts. A stable sound layer allows the brain to ignore those disruptions. There is also a growing understanding that sleep quality is deeply personal. Ancient humans did not all sleep the same way. Some slept lightly, some deeply, some in cycles. Sound helped coordinate, not standardize. The idea that there is one perfect sleep sound is a myth. What matters is familiarity. The brain relaxes most deeply to sounds it learns to trust. This is why repeated listening becomes more effective over time. The nervous system builds association. It stops evaluating. It accepts. In many ways, sleep sound is a relationship. You don't need novelty. You need consistency. Some theories suggest that the modern rise in sleep aids reflects a deeper longing for environmental connection. We are seeking, through sound, what used to surround us naturally. The wind, the fire, the voices, the steady signals that said the world was okay. There are also intriguing ideas about how future architecture might incorporate sleep-conscious sound design. Buildings that hum gently at night. Materials that absorb harsh frequencies. cities that quiet gradually instead of abruptly. Instead of fighting sound, we may learn to shape it. This mirrors ancient practices scaled to modern life. Even now, your brain is responding not just to the words you hear, but to the space between them. The pacing, the softness, the absence of urgency. This is not accidental. It reflects how humans have always prepared for rest. Night was not a switch, it was a transition. Sound marked that transition. As this exploration comes closer to its end, the answer to our original question becomes clear. Ancient sounds still shape our sleep today because sleep itself has never changed. The body still listens the same way. The nervous system still responds to rhythm, continuity, and familiarity. We may live in a different world, but we carry the same ears, the same brain, the same ancient systems that learned how to rest under unfamiliar skies. As you continue listening or as you drift into your own quiet thoughts, know that nothing needs to be forced. Your biology already knows what to do. Sound has been guiding it for longer than memory, and it will continue to do so softly, steadily, just as it always has. Next time, we'll explore another hidden thread connecting ancient knowledge and modern science, continuing this journey through sleep, sound, and the quiet intelligence of the human body. For now, the night continues, and so does the listening. This concludes today's exploration.